In a fiery clash that has gripped the nation, California Governor Gavin Newsom is at odds with President Donald Trump and House Speaker Mike Johnson over violent protests in Los Angeles sparked by aggressive ICE deportation raids. The conflict has escalated into a constitutional crisis, with Newsom suing the Trump administration for illegally federalizing California's National Guard to quell the unrest. As rhetoric heats up, including threats of arrest and colonial-style punishment, the situation in Los Angeles has become a flashpoint for debates over immigration enforcement and federal power. The unrest began last week when ICE conducted high-profile raids, including one at a Home Depot that led to 44 arrests. Protesters flooded downtown Los Angeles, clashing with police, setting vehicles ablaze and vandalizing property. The violence, now in its fourth day, has spread to cities like Boston, with hundreds rallying against ICE's actions. Los Angeles Police Chief Jim McDonnell reported officers being overwhelmed, using tear gas and rubber bullets to control crowds. President Trump, citing the need for law and order, federalized 4,000 California National Guard troops and deployed 700 U.S. Marines to Los Angeles without Newsom's consent. The Pentagon confirmed an additional 2,000 Guard members were mobilized, costing $134 million. Trump defended the move on Truth Social, claiming the city would be burning without federal intervention. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth justified the deployment, citing threats to federal personnel. Newsom has fiercely opposed the federal takeover, calling it an illegal and unconstitutional violation of state sovereignty. In a lawsuit filed Monday, California Attorney General Rob Bonta argues Trump's actions breached the 10th Amendment. Newsom insists local law enforcement had the protests under control and accuses Trump of using the military as a political tool. "This is a blatant abuse of power," he posted on X, hinting at a second lawsuit to block the Marine deployment. The feud turned personal when Trump endorsed border czar Tom Homan arresting Newsom for obstructing federal immigration enforcement. Asked by Fox News' Peter Doocy if Homan should act, Trump said, "I would do it if I were Tom." Newsom dared Homan to come and arrest me, calling Trump's comments a step toward authoritarianism. He has deployed 800 state police to Los Angeles, urging protesters to remain peaceful and not take Trump's bait. House Speaker Mike Johnson intensified the rhetoric, suggesting Newsom deserves to be tarred and feathered for his response to the protests. At a press conference, Johnson accused Newsom of siding with the bad guys and obstructing federal agents, who he claimed were assaulted. He dismissed Newsom's lawsuit as a joke, and in a closed-door GOP meeting, showed footage of the Los Angeles violence to rally support for Trump's actions. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, a guest at the meeting, echoed the administration's stance. Newsom hit back on X, mocking Johnson's 1700-style punishment remark and accusing the GOP of wanting to drag America back to the 18th century. In interviews he called Trump unhinged and warned that military deployment on U.S. streets threatens democracy. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass also condemned the federal intervention, calling the city a test case for overreach and urging calm to avoid playing into Trump's hands. The legal battle will test federal versus state authority. Experts like Northampton lawyer James Winston note that federal law typically requires a governor's consent for National Guard deployment, bolstering Newsom's case. However, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem vowed to escalate ICE operations, claiming recent raids targeted known gang members. With protests spreading, a mystery donor reportedly distributing tactical gear to demonstrators, and clashes intensifying near a federal detention center, Los Angeles remains volatile. The outcome of California's lawsuit and Trump's provocative actions could reshape the balance of power in America.